Hey guys, welcome back to Various Corner. It's Emily here, and today is the last 3 days of the DCG Readathon. I'm so sad that these are the last 3 days. However, I think I'm the most, this book that I'm reading is the one I'm most excited about. This is Extreme Egg Toss Buddy Read a Book. So at first in my TBR, I think I said I was going to be reading It's Kind of a Funny Story by Ned Vizzini with a friend from school who's not a big reader. And so when I realized that since she's not a big reader, she won't finish the book within 3 days, I was like, okay, let's postpone that buddy read and we'll read it a little bit later. And I'm going to be reading A Long Way Down by Jason Reynolds with another girl here. Oh my gosh, I can't speak. That is participating in the DCG Readathon, Kenzie. And so I'm so freaking excited to read this book because it's told in verse and all within 60 seconds. And it's won like 4 different awards. Like, I'm so freaking excited. This is about Will. And his older brother, Sean, has been shot dead. And I believe it's just his mind in 60 seconds when this is happening. Other than that, though, just like 5 seconds before I started this clip, I got in the mail. Oh my gosh, I was going to show you my address. The University of Tennessee. And it says this. And it's so cute. Like a little envelope. Congratulations. I got into the University of Tennessee, and like I wish I would have gotten my reaction on camera because I was like, oh, that's like the cutest way to like I don't know, send somebody and say that I got accepted. But I got accepted, and I feel really happy about it because I think this was a school that my mom wanted me to get into the most because it's a vet school. Well, it's not specifically a vet school, but it has a vet program, and I want to be a vet. So yeah, I'm really excited. And I hope you guys enjoy this vlog. Okay guys, so I am 20 pages into A Long Way Down, and I had to film something. This man, how he writes, beautiful, impactful, powerful, brilliant. I'm already telling you this right now. His references and metaphors, who thinks of them? Who thinks of what, like, okay, let me give you an example. I'm 20 pages in, so don't even come for me with spoilers. He said, sadness, it's like somebody pulling out a tooth. Blood is pooling and you're in pain, but the worst part about it is your tongue finding that empty spot and knowing that was where a tooth is supposed to be. And just realizing it and connecting it to his brother's death and like his brother being shot and his sadness is absolutely brilliant, like amazing. And anybody could ever, like even little kids gets that reference. And it's honestly amazing. Even how he formats his poems, it just connects so well. Another thing was when his mother and his brother's girlfriend saw his brother shot dead, and I felt like I was there. I felt, not that I could feel the mom's pain, but I felt his pain seeing his mom and his girlfriend's pain. Does that make sense? Like, I felt like I was there. It's 20 pages into this freaking book. Like, what's going on? Like, why am I this attached? Why am I this amazed? Also, his dedication, I think that's what it's called, like the dedication at the beginning of the book. It said, for all the young brothers and sisters in detention centers around the country, the ones I've seen and the ones I haven't, you are loved. I found that so sweet and so freaking cute. I love that so much. I'm so excited to continue reading. Like, dude, this man's mind is powerful, bro. Like, I understand why it won 4 awards. Yeah, I'll update you guys later. I kind of wish this wasn't a buddy read because I just want to finish it all tonight. I'm 102 pages in, and I am absolutely loving it. I love seeing his mindset. His name's Will. Oh my gosh. I just keep remembering Sean because he keeps saying the name Sean a lot. But his name is Will, and I'm loving his mindset, seeing how he thinks. Like, he's trying to be how his brother was, but he can't because he's not him. And it's so freaking good. It's such a fast read. The only thing I'm like not fully grasping is how it's within 60 seconds, like 1 minute. Like, I get it, but I don't. Like, it's there. I just don't, I don't know. Maybe it'll like come more into play a little bit later and I'll like fully understand it. But right now he's just telling us a story. And so, yeah, that's all. Hey, so, I was trying not to say hey guys. Hey guys. So me and Kenzie were like, yeah, this book is pretty quick, so let's just finish it all by tomorrow. So that's what I'm doing. I'm on page 146 right now, and I'm loving it so much. This scene just happened I really freaking love the scene. It was where he had a gun, the main character, and a girl came into the scene, and I'm not gonna tell you who because that'll be a spoiler. But she was basically giving him crap for it, like worried about him. And he sees her as like a very innocent person. And so somebody hands her a little bit later a smoke, like a cigarette. And he was like, "What are you doing? Like, you smoke?" And she was like, "You shoot?" And I was like, "Ah." Like it was so good. The scene was so impactful, so symbolic, and I loved it so freaking much. Like I don't know. I don't know. This man, Jason Reynolds. If you haven't read this book yet, read it. It's so good. Like just read it. Oh my gosh. Okay, wait. Let me actually find out what page I'm on. I'm on page 218. Dude. Like, low-key a plot twist. Like, it's not a plot twist. But, like, in that little anecdote, well, anecdote is a small funny story. So, a reverse anecdote, a small sad story. Anyways, it was a plot twist in that small story. And it was, oh my gosh. Guys, I can't. This is so good. So today is the second day in the last challenge of the DCG Readathon, and last night I finished Long Way Down by Jason Reynolds, and it's everything that it says on the cover. Astonishing, gripping, powerful, brilliant, absolutely brilliant. His verbiage, his metaphors, his references are so symbolic. Everything came full circle, and I loved it so freaking much. I already gave it to my mother. Like, my mom does not read. She's an accountant. She's a math person. So she's already gotten this far, and I'm honestly so proud of her. Like, I hope she enjoys it as much as I did. It's so raw and beautiful. I actually found out that it's a graphic novel. Like, they made it into a graphic novel, and when I looked at the drawings, I was completely speechless. They are so pretty. I genuinely, like, I'm gonna buy it right after I finish this clip. Although I loved it so much, I don't think I'm gonna give it a 5-star. The ending started to drag a little bit and became a little bit repetitive for me. I don't want anybody to hate me because I genuinely really like this book. But also the ending, like the last line, I wanted it to be a little bit more concrete. And that doesn't mean I didn't like it being open-ended. I feel like with this type of book, it needs to be open-ended. However, I felt like it was a little bit more unclear than open-ended, if that makes sense. I just wanted it to be a little tiny bit more concrete. But that being said, I'm not going to give it a 4 stars. I'm going to go right in the middle and give it a 4.5 star. I really truly liked it. It was so raw and beautiful, and I really think it's very important to read. But aside from that, since we have 2 more days, I'm going to be reading Daughter of the Siren Queen. 2 vlogs ago, I read Daughter of the Pirate King, and I loved it. It wasn't complex. It was very simple, but it had a lot of action, and it had a lot of romance, and I really loved it. It was so good. So this is the second book. I believe it's just a duology, so it's just nice to finally finish a series. I feel like I'm in the middle of a lot of series right now, and this will be good to just, like, start and finish and just feel that completeness, I guess. So I'm very excited to read that. And yeah, I hope you guys enjoy the rest of the vlog. Hey guys, so today is the last day of the DCG Readathon, and I'm sorry for my appearance. I just got out of the shower. And yesterday I did not read or vlog anything because I was just really busy. But today I read 109 pages of Daughter of the Siren Queen, and I don't really know how to feel about it. Like, I feel like everything's going so fast that we don't have a clear plot line developed yet, and I do think that is coming up in the upcoming chapters, but just right now I'm not getting much of that concrete plot line. But we have been seeing a lot more of Alosa and her crewmates. I'm really liking this aspect because in the last book, it started with the ship invasion, so we didn't really see her, is it called manning? Like taking charge of her own ship and her own crewmates, and I'm really loving that aspect. I'm also really liking her and Raiden together. I'm loving to see their relationship. However, I do feel like we're just like inching towards it, and I just want to see more of them. I just want to see it. I just want to see it happen. I just want to see it happen already. But other than that, I'm not seeing any diversity. That's one thing that I just like realized in the last 100 pages. I was like, are all these people white? I was trying to think. I think she said something about maybe different races when she was first talking about it at the beginning of the first book, but I might 100% be making that up. Like, I'm being so serious. Like, I don't know if there's much diversity in here. There was one guy that was gay in here. Why do I keep saying in here? There was one guy that was gay, but she killed him off like right away. And then I think Manzi, her second in command, is asexual, but she hasn't like labeled her as such. And it was like a brief passing. And I do like that there's no labels, but also like just a little bit. I don't know. I don't know. But I do appreciate how like this whole book and Trisha Levenseller, like her whole thing is to show everybody that women are badass and like very feminist vibe, and that women are equal to men. That's like the whole thing with the pirates. Like women are just as good pirates as men. So I'm really enjoying that aspect. But so far, I don't think it's as good as the first book. I do think it's fun and fast, and I'm excited to keep reading, but definitely not as good as the first one. So I am 247 pages into Daughter of the Siren Queen, and I honestly just read one of my favorite scenes out of the whole entire book. The way Alosa was so vulnerable and let down her walls, not only to Raiden, but to herself also, was so raw and honestly really needed, because throughout the whole entire book, she just verbally stated how much she didn't like the other side of herself. And we understood, but we didn't fully grasp that. And with this scene, we finally understood. It was such an immersive scene. It was so good. We finally not only saw her drop down her walls to herself and Raiden, but to the audience, the readers as well, and it was perfection. Like, I really loved this scene. This book, I think, is on par with Daughter of the Pirate King now. I feel like this plot is more complex and has a little bit less action than the first book. And by a little bit less action, there's still a lot of action. I don't know. I just feel like I love them both so much. I don't know, but I'm loving it, and I can't wait to finish it. Hey guys, so last night I finished Daughter of the Siren Queen by Trisha Levenseller, and it was so good. I loved it so much. I honestly think I liked it more than the first book, Daughter of the Pirate King, because everything came full circle and everything was complete. In the first book, we were inching towards the romance and inching towards like her to complete her mission, but now since this is the last book, everything is complete and there's that sense of satisfaction from seeing it all happen, and I really loved it. There's also the fact that this book has more complex plot, like I said before. In the first book, the plot was kind of narrow and just simple, which is totally fine because it had a lot of action and a lot of romance that were really good as well. But this one had a triple threat. It had a complex plot, a lot of action, and a lot of romance as well, and it was just so good. It was just like that little triple threat that we needed. Other than that though, there were a couple of things that I didn't like, such as I feel like she did things to advance the plot that did not need to be there, like Vordon. What was he there for? Like, he wasn't there for anything other than to advance the plot. And because of that, the last half of the book, or the ending of the first book, was basically useless now. Like, it didn't matter at all. Other than that, I feel like there was a lot of people that got killed off in this book, and I'm not saying that it was to advance the plot because I do think it was kind of realistic in that type of setting. However, I feel like there were so many girls on that ship that we didn't have enough chance to be attached to all of them. So a couple of the deaths I did care about, but a lot of them, Alosa was really upset, and I was like, oh no, another death. Like, I really didn't care. But besides that, I think I'm still gonna give it a 5-star. I know all I'm saying is kind of negative, but just whenever I think about this book, it brings me happiness and it makes me giddy, and I know this is gonna be a series that I reread again and again and again. Kind of like the Shatter Me series. I know that it's made of imperfections, but I love it so much, and I just feel the same about this series. So yeah, I hope you guys enjoyed this vlog. 2 amazing books. This one 5-star, and the last one, Long Way Down, is a 4 stars. And if you guys if these books sound interesting to you, I hope you guys pick them up. They're so good. I love you guys so much. Please subscribe. Please do whatever you want to do. And goodbye.